Welcome to the HR Happy Hour Work Break. You're here with Trish and Steve. Hey, Steve Bose.
Trish, Trish, you say it like you're so surprised. Like you're here with Trish and Steve. Like it's been you and me on 98% of these shows for a year and a half.
I
It's
am
probably not surprising.
I'm always excited to see you. I'm
All right, good.
always
Excitement is
happy.
fine. All right, I just want to make sure you weren't surprised that we were here.
I'm always happy and excited that you've come back for yet one more episode with me. I never know.
I
It's a
have
surprise.
grown to like this show. I was iffy on it for the first 4 months probably in 2020. I've come to enjoy it. So thank you.
I was thinking you were going to say, I have grown to like you, Trish, but
No,
guess not.
I'm still on the fence on that, but the show I like.
All right. But the show is a whole nother thing.
So what's up? What's happening today?
You know what? Today has been a rainy day here, which actually I kind of like in the fall. I like to have those days where I can just it's kind of cool and I can write. So I've been writing. Have a really
Nice.
good article I'm collaborating with DoorDash on. So
I
that's
love
in the works.
DoorDash. I love that. When I
Me
need something to
too.
eat, that's who I tap. Absolutely.
I know. And also, I mean, I'm working specifically with DoorDash for work and they're really great. They're just really
Nice.
great. So really cool solutions and everything. And so anyway, we'll talk about them later.
Okay.
But no, I was doing that and also simultaneously watching and writing and tweeting with Success Connect is today. So have you
Yes.
watched any of that?
I watched a good bit of it in between doing some other things as well. It is tough, right? When you have like a lot of other things going on. But yeah, I dialed in for a bit. I did enjoy it. I guess my highlight for me was I watched 2 or 3 of the demos, like the real detailed product
Yeah.
demos. And it was real. Look, we love like the team over there that was on the show with you and George a couple weeks ago, like
Number
Amy and
499.
Meg and Marianne and Jill. They're great, right? They're
They are
awesome.
great.
So this is not knocking them. But here's what I appreciated the most today, like the payroll demo, the total workforce management demo, the onboarding roadmap discussion with like the real product people, right? Like in their basements, a couple of them were, right?
Right.
You can tell someone's like broadcasting or presenting from their basement. They've got
How's
that
that?
little tiny window, that window that's like 8 inches tall at the top of the wall, that basement window. I don't care. They were great. And they were like on point. They knew their stuff. The demos were great. So I enjoyed that probably the most, probably today.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on. This is live. I have to oh
What do you
goodness.
got? Like
I'm looking out. The Beagle is going crazy with the Amazon delivery person who's now out there honking.
well, it's really up to the Beagle at this point, Trish. We got to continue the show. So yes, good stuff on Success Connect. We'll be writing some about it in the next week or two, probably as well. I've got some ideas. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
I did too. You know what? It was funny right before. So it's still going on, and we ducked off for just a second to come do this. I was just listening. He just wrapped up. Was Adam Grant was talking with Jill, and one of the things. I mean, he was talking about lots of great things, and I tweeted some of those. So people definitely need to go check out that session if they've not watched it. But one of the things he said was pretty controversial to me. I want to see what your opinion is.
Okay.
He was talking about languishing and how sometimes, especially working from home, we can be languishing and not really able to, I don't know, kind
aspire
of
to
get out of
that,
that
but
funk.
yeah, go ahead.
You strive for that.
I aspire.
Anyway, he talked about how if you binge watch shows, you can actually like languish through shows, right? Because there's no excitement coming for the next one. I'm like, I totally disagree. Because let me tell you what, when I'm on Netflix and a favorite show comes out, even if it's just like 4 or 5 episodes, I love binging that. That does make me
Yeah.
happy. I don't feel like
I think that's an all or nothing
languishing.
deal. Some people really dig it. Just I'm gonna watch a whole season in one night or 2 nights, and others like to wait. What is that one that everybody's talking about? I've not seen it. The Squid Ink, the Squid
Games.
Squid
Oh
Game. I've
my
seen a million stories about it. I've not watched it all.
goodness.
Are you dialed into the Squid Games?
I'm on the 2nd episode, and I will tell you, like, that's one you could binge. I can't. It's so intense. It's so amazing.
I heard it's quite violent.
It's extremely violent, but that's not
Okay.
even it. That's not even it. It's hard to explain. I would just say this. I tried to watch it. So it's a Korean show. It's won
Okay.
lots of awards. it's a Korean show, and so a lot of people are watching it, dubbed, so it's in English with the Korean words,
Subtitles, right? Yeah, subtitles.
subtitles,
Right. Sure.
right?
Yeah.
I started that with my
Yeah.
daughter like
Sadly,
that.
my Korean is not top level, probably myself, so I probably would
No, but
subtitle
if
it.
you
Yeah.
watch it in English, it obviously doesn't match up with their lip movements, but sometimes by quite a lot, and that was more distracting. So
Oh,
what we
right.
did,
Oh, like an old like Godzilla movie from
yeah.
1962?
So
Yeah.
if you like it like
That'd be
that, you
awesome.
can totally watch it like that, which is what my son did. Or like my daughter and I are doing, we kind of flipped it the other way. We're actually listening to it in Korean and just looking at the English subtitles because then you get that passion of their voice, like
Yeah,
when it's
I
supposed
I'd
to
go
be passionate.
subtitle for me if I'm gonna make a choice on that. I
Oh,
go subtitle all day. I subtitle
highly
even just
recommend.
normal English speaking. Sometimes I have to like subtitle it to figure out what's going on. So yeah.
I've had to do that too. I don't know if it's because I'm losing my hearing. I don't know. We can talk about that on another day,
Well,
but
Trish, an important international news. When you pinged me to do the show, I was trying to update my WeChat and I was failing at it. But I have a very important update, sports related
very
as well.
important WeChat update. Okay.
Well, I didn't get
Breaking
it onto
news,
WeChat
breaking
yet. I
WeChat
haven't
news.
figured that
Okay.
out. But no, I read this on ESPN.com, so it's sort of U.S.
Oh,
news,
okay.
but it's a WeChat relevant thing.
Okay.
The top current Chinese basketball prospect, Trish, has signed with the NBA's G League, which is like the minor league for the NBA, that they sort
Okay.
of prep players to try to make it to the NBA. He's
Right.
got an eye towards the 2022 draft. He's my new favorite player, Trish. He's 6'11". His name is Fanbo Zhang, and he's I've never seen him. I've never heard of him before today. Fanbo Zhang, Trish, is my new favorite basketball player, and I hope he makes it to my Knicks or any NBA team. So there you go. How about that?
Well, there
There
6'11". Can we
Six
just
foot. There
like
hasn't been a Chinese player in the NBA in about 4 or 5 years. How about
really?
that? Yeah, so he will be the biggest if he makes it to the NBA. Trish, we know from some of our experiences over there, he will be the biggest star in China if he makes it to the
Oh
NBA
my
by
goodness.
far. It'll be awesome. I hope he does. That'd be really cool.
That would be really cool.
So
I just
go.
wanna say
I'm a
6'11".
fanboy, a fanbo. How
My
about that?
goodness. A
In
fan bro.
basketball.
I
I'm a
like it.
fan bro, a fanbo. I like it.
Oh, that's like I like that. You need a shirt that says that.
I'm gonna dig into this. This is nothing I knew about before 10 minutes ago. Literally, I was looking for like an item to talk about on this
There you
show, and
go.
I came up with
Narrative.
fanbow. I have one more
Wait,
item, but I'm
okay.
happy to listen to anything you will and talk about.
No, I just had one quick comment about shirts. Speaking of shirts, I saw on Twitter there was a little bit of an uprising around, you talked about we're watching, Success Connect today with our friends from Success Factors, and
Mhm.
Meg Bear, who was on the 499th
Love
episode,
Meg.
actually dug out her old, I don't know if you saw it, her old t-shirt, the old HR Happy Hour logo
I did
t-shirt,
see
tie-dyed it.
that tie dye.
There is
That's very cool.
now a request to bring that back and have them printed on tie-dyed shirts. So
All right, we'll put
I
the
don't know,
staff.
you're the guy.
Let's put the staff on that.
You could put the staff on that? Okay, anyway.
Probably me, but yeah, fine. I'm happy. I still have about 4 or 5 of them. I've cut the sleeves off of most of them at this point, but I did.
Love that.
I moved 3 or 4 times, Trish, since we've been doing this show, the happy hour, the podcast,
Yeah,
I mean. And every time I moved, a box of HR happy hour t-shirts and mugs went with me.
same.
Over time it diminished, right? I think I still have one mug, one original HR happy hour
Uh-huh.
logo mug. If anybody wants it, you can hit me up. Trish, I have one last thing real quick. I
Okay.
want to do like 20 minutes on this, but I know people don't like this. But here's one thing that has bothered me ridiculously is people who are kind of moaning and groaning or writing articles about like how if an employer puts on a COVID-19 vaccine requirement, and notice I'm not calling it a mandate. We should stop calling it mandate. I hate that
Okay.
word. We should just call it a
All right.
requirement or a prerequisite. Like if you want to work here, this is the
Oh,
deal.
right.
Trish, these horror stories about thousands of people are just going to leave, that it's just not happening. It's not true at all. I'll give you one example. I can give you 10, but I'll give you one.
Let's just stick with one.
United Airlines, Trish, 67,000 employees,
Okay.
instituted a COVID-19 vaccine requirement on their employees, gave them some amount of time to comply. 232 refused and are going to be fired. That is 0.3% of their workforce. They are 99.7%
Wow.
vaccinated at United Airlines. Every other organization that's done it is achieving similar results. So quit it with their moaning and groaning about these requirements. Stop it already. Ridiculous.
I know. It's just such a controversial thing, right? I mean, we're vaccinated. I think for me, it's the idea of someone telling me to do it. That's really where the rub is, right? But I have it. And you know why? Because I want to
Our
participate in
employers tell us to do
society.
stuff all the time,
I
Trish.
know that. I know that. I'm just
This
saying.
is just one more thing. So stop it already.
We we just have to represent the other people who
people
don't
are
agree
not
with you.
people are not quitting their jobs en masse over this requirement. They're just not doing it. It's not
No,
happening at airlines. It's not happening at health systems. It's not happening at IBM. It's not happening at Boeing. It's not happening anywhere. So stop it. Quit
but
it if you're spreading that information around. Quit it.
some people do want to quit their jobs, not just for that reason, but for other reasons that they, if your employer asks you to do something that makes you feel uncomfortable or goes against your values, then please don't work there,
We didn't
right?
even
Don't
talk about it, Trish. We
work.
got to come back. We got to come back on Friday and talk about the JOLTS report. Speaking of quits, Trish, record high quits. Record
Save
high.
it. Save it.
4.3 million.
Oh my gosh. Don't give away the report. It's not
The report's
Friday.
been out for 2 days. I'm not. It's not like the end of Squid Games
All right,
or
Steve
whatever it's
Bose.
called.
Thanks for taking a work break. I'm going to go get back to some success factors, Success Connect.
Go figure out if that beagle bit the Amazon guy.
Oh
I
my
would
gosh.
figure that
I
out.
think Amazon just like skipped giving my package. Stick it in the mailbox, Amazon, really, at this point. Anyway. All right. I will talk to you later on Friday. We will see everyone else back here on Friday. Have a good rest of your day.